Most beginners think freelancing is all about having impressive skills or years of experience, but when you actually look at how people get started, that's not how it happens. A lot of first clients come from really simple work. So the kind of tasks business owners know how to do themselves, but they don't have the time to do it or the desire to keep up with it. Things that are repetitive, things that are time consuming, or just not the best use of their time. And once you start looking at freelancing that way, getting your first client starts to feel a lot more doable. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through how beginners actually land their first freelance clients, even if you feel like you don't know anyone or have any experience yet. I'll also share some practical places to look and a few things that you can start doing this week to get in front of potential clients. But first, if we haven't met yet, hey, I'm Shannon, founder of Virtual Career Academy. I share tips and resources to help you work from home and build an income completely on your own terms. If that's something you're interested in, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of the new videos I share each week. All right, let's get into it. One of the first places beginners get their first clients is simply through people they already know. I know it's kind of surprising, right? So friends, family, neighbors, former coworkers, anyone in your existing circle. So think about it. A lot of small businesses are run by people who are trying to do everything themselves. They're answering their emails, they're posting on social media, they're updating their website, sending invoices, all on top of actually running their business and doing what actually makes them money. So if you offer to take one small thing off their plate, that can be hugely helpful. So a really practical thing you can do is make a list of people that you know who either run a small business or work for a small business or might know someone who does. It doesn't have to be a really long list, okay? Start with even like 10 or 15 people. And when I say people you know, think a little bit broader than just friends and family. So think about people that you interact with regularly, like your hairdresser, your hairstylist, or your kid's dance studio owner, maybe a local photographer, someone who runs a boutique or an Etsy shop that you know, a fitness coach at your gym, a real estate agent you worked with, your local dentist office, a local bakery or coffee shop owner, even someone who runs a small cleaning business or a landscaping company would be great places to start. A lot of these small business owners are wearing every hat in their business. So they're answering emails, they're posting on social media, trying to stay consistent, scheduling appointments, organizing files, all while trying to actually serve their customers. So if you can step in and take one small task off of their plate, that can be incredibly valuable to them. Now, once you've made that list, you can then send a simple message, just letting people know what you're doing. So something like, hey, I'm starting a freelance business helping busy business owners with things like admin support and scheduling social media posts. If you could use help with that, or you know anyone who could, please feel free to send them my way. Doesn't have to be complicated. You're just letting people know that you're available. Even if they don't have a need right now, they might in the future, and you'll be the one who is top of mind. Now, another way beginners get their first client is through simple outreach. So not spammy cold messages. You're just paying attention to businesses that might clearly need help. So for example, maybe you follow a local boutique or a fitness coach on Instagram and you notice that they're only posting content once every few weeks or so, or they post really great content, but it's very just inconsistent. That can be an opportunity for you to step in. So you could send a short message like, hey, I noticed you're posting on Instagram, but it looks like it might be a lot to keep up with. I actually help small businesses schedule posts and organize content, so it's one less thing they have to worry about. If you ever want help with that, I would be happy to chat. The key is just keeping it short and mentioning something specific that you notice so it doesn't feel like you're sending out copy and paste messages. Now, freelance platforms can also be a really good starting point. That's how I personally got my first client. So sites like Fiverr and Upwork, they exist specifically to connect freelancers with people who need help. If you go this route, it helps to be very clear about what you're offering. So instead of saying something really vague like, I do admin work, try packaging it as a specific service. For example, I'll schedule 5 Instagram posts for your business, or I'll organize your email inbox up to 1,000 emails, or even I'll create 10 Canva graphics for your social media. Clear small deliverables like that make it easier for someone to hire you, especially if they've never worked with you before. And once you complete even a couple of projects and you start getting those reviews coming in, it becomes much easier to land additional clients. Now, another thing a lot of beginners overlook is referrals. And this was a really big part of how I got started getting momentum in my own freelance business. When you finish a project for someone, that's the perfect time to ask if they know anyone else who might need help. Doesn't have to be awkward. It can be as simple as, you know anyone else who might need help with this kind of thing? Feel free to pass my name along. Small business owners often know other small business owners, so one project can easily lead to another. It's also completely fine to start with very small services. In fact, that's how many freelancers begin. So things like scheduling social media posts, creating simple Canva graphics, updating spreadsheets, formatting blog posts, organizing Google Drive folders, or responding to basic customer emails, These are all tasks that take up time, and that's exactly why businesses outsource them. If you're just getting started, pick one thing that you feel comfortable doing and start there. You don't need to offer 10 different services when you're first starting. One clear offer is enough to start making money as a freelancer, and then you can add services as you go. Another helpful shift is thinking about the result that you're providing, not just the task. So instead of focusing on, I schedule social media posts. Think about what that actually does for the business owner. It frees up their time, helps them stay consistent, which results in more visibility for their business. And that is truly valuable. When you talk about your service in terms of like the time it saves or the problem it solves and the value it provides, it tends to resonate more with potential clients. And finally, one of the best ways to find potential clients is simply by spending time in the places where they already hang out online. So Facebook groups are a great example of that. I've personally gotten many clients through this method. There are groups for bloggers, coaches, Etsy sellers, local small business owners, and pretty much every niche you can think of. So you can search for things like small business owners group, coaches community, blogging support group, female entrepreneurs, Etsy sellers group. My suggestion is to join a few different groups, pay attention to the conversations, and see what people are struggling with. Those kinds of conversations can turn into opportunities for you if you offer a helpful suggestion or join the conversation and add value. The goal isn't to jump in and sell immediately. Just be helpful, share ideas, and let people know what you do when it naturally makes sense to do that. The main thing I want you to take away from this is that getting your first freelance client usually isn't about having the perfect website or the most advanced skills. It's about choosing a simple service, letting people know you offer it, and putting yourself in the places where potential clients already are. And that's exactly what I walk people through inside Freelance Fast Track. It's a step-by-step program designed to help beginners choose a service, package it, and start landing clients even if they're starting from scratch. So if freelancing is something that you've been thinking about doing, but you're not sure where to start, go ahead and check out Freelance Fast Track through the link below. And if you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications. I share new videos every single week to help you build a flexible, freedom-based business. I'll see you in the next video.